Hi guys, I'm Ari, and what's your name?
Aubrey.
And we're Ari and Aubrey. What's up guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing. So excited that, the feedback that we got of our first video. Right now my daughter's currently asleep. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk a little bit about potty training. Right now, this is like the biggest challenge going on in our household. And I just wanted to, share our journey with you guys and share the ups and downs, the good and the bad, about how far we've come and, the things I've been doing, things I've been learning. So I started when she was about 12 months old. Yes, I started when she was 1. And I wouldn't call this the potty training stage. I would call it more so introducing the child to potty training. I've known like famous people started like at 6 months old, like putting them on a potty. But I just was, I took my time, wanted to wait a little bit longer. And I'm working full time, so I was working full time also. I had a crazier schedule back then, but I worked full time, so it was kind of hard. And I just wanted to enjoy the little last bits of her being a baby. So first I introduced her to the potty. So the one thing that I did do was start a routine with her. In the morning she goes potty. In the afternoon she went potty. So right when she got up, I would send her potty before we got dressed. And then when we got home and ready for bath, she get on the potty again. And I noticed like after a week, and she picks up things pretty quickly after a week. No matter what it is, I love my daughter. She's like super smart to me. But she picks up things after a week. And she picked it up after a week, and I noticed like towards the end of the week she would start pottying. And I was like, okay, so it's working. So I got the routine going, and then after that, maybe 2 weeks before she moved over into, no. Before she transitioned, her teachers started telling me that, she's starting to say she has to pee-pee, or she pee-pee, or she pooped. And sometimes she'll do it telling them, or she would do it after telling them. So they couldn't really tell like if she was like actually telling the truth or not. I mean, or if she really had to go, or if she had already done it. So after that, her teachers, she really had great teachers. I must stress, like, she had great teachers. She still does have great teachers, but she had a great teacher that she got attached to as a growing up in the 1-year-old class. But she started going potty on their potty at like 2 weeks before she turned 1. I mean 2. Sorry, 2 weeks before she turned 2, and she didn't go because, my daughter is very stubborn. You guys will start to see that later on down the line. But she wouldn't go potty, I guess because it's something new in class. She does it at home. But after that, that was at 18 months. So then after that, when she got ready, 2 weeks before she started turning 2, they put her on the potty, and then after that, she moved up to her 2-year-old class, and she would go, but she had to get in the routine again. And so after she started doing that, she would stay dry, but she poops. She still poops on herself. So that's one of our challenges, the pooping. I could not, and still sometimes cannot get her to go poop on the potty. But she's starting to do that, but we'll get down into that. But she also started over there going potty, and the teachers were really good with automatically starting to send her potty. So she was in diapers still. I'm going to stress, she was always in diapers from 12 months to 2 years old. I kept her in diapers because I felt like pull-ups are really like diapers to me. And nowadays, kids feel like it's a diaper, and they want to pee and they want to poop in the pull-up. So to save money, I told her dad, we'll keep the diapers a little longer. So then I spoke with the lead teacher, and she was like, yeah, we'll start. later on in the summer with, with the potty training and this, that, and the third. And I said, okay. So I started bringing her in pull-ups to see if maybe with the helping pulling up and down her pants, because she knew how to pull it up and down her pants. I must stress, she knew how to pull her pants up and down. So she started with the pull-ups, and I noticed she would use maybe 1 to 2 pull-ups a day. And I was like, okay, we're getting close. So after that, she stopped telling her teacher she had to go. And I realized that I would send her and not ask her. So I started asking, Aubrey, do you need to go potty? Aubrey, do you want to go potty on the potty? Or let's go potty. Or tell mommy you need to go pee or poop. And we started the pee pee on the potty, poo poo on the potty song, and she still sing it to this day. And when she sing it, she actually needs to go. So I have to listen to her because sometimes she'll go pee pee on the potty, poo poo on the potty. So I'm like, oh, Aubrey, you need to go potty. So she goes. So after that, I moved into my own place, first place. I'm proud of myself about that. But I moved into my own place, which is a new routine. And not only that, her routine got thrown off. I had a new schedule, so that was the second challenge for us. And she was not sleeping. Her sleep schedule was thrown completely off too. Yes, I'm like a firm believer of schedules and routines, and it works. It keeps the kids grounded because they know, like, she knows what's next. She knows what's what, and around this time we do this. Just like at school, they have a routine and a schedule, so the kids, it's a smooth transition for them, and it's not something like surprising, and they're calmer and more receptive, I believe, to doing what they're supposed to do at that time, and they know, so it's not big of a deal. But I moved in March, and it's like we had to start all over. And in the mix of that, I was so anxious. I'm still so anxious to put her in panties because I started realizing that my lovely daughter knows the difference from a pull-up and panties. They will outsmart you. They know exactly what they're doing. So I wanted to put her in panties, but I still didn't want to give her a culture shock. So I kind of had to get her sleep schedule down pat first. And I will make another video for a sleep schedule for toddlers as well, because I recently learned something new. And as you can see, she's soundly asleep, and the door is open, and that's our biggest achievement since the potty training. So. But once we got our sleep schedule down, I started with panties because you kind of don't want to do too many things at once with the child, because just like you get frustrated and frazzled at a 2-year-old age, they have the terrible twos and the tantrums, and it kind of gets hard for you and the child. And I think sometimes we have to remember, the child gets frustrated just like we do. And Aubrey, she shows her frustrations, and she was throwing tantrums and not wanting to do things. And now she's very, very verbal. She's always been verbal, but now she's very, very verbal because at daycare they teach the kids to express their feelings, and she expresses her feelings a lot. I don't like it. No, I don't want that, mommy. That's not nice. Yeah. So back to the subject at hand. But yeah, we got the sleeping schedule down pat, and then I started panties. And I noticed she would go 2 to 3 hours. And that's another thing. If your child is dry between 2 and 3 hours, you might want to go ahead and start potty training because they're more than likely ready. Just, start slow with that. But she would stay dry, and I was like, okay. But when she has to pull up on, sometimes she'll pee and poop in the pull-up. So back to that, I started her in panties, and that was a little after March, after I moved. And now, after a couple of months, we've been doing the panties at home and pull-ups at daycare because she only used 1 or 2 at daycare. So I kind of know in the notice in the morning, because they give us like this daily communication sheet, and in the mornings she would be dry all day and she goes potty, but in the afternoon I feel like she holds her poop and waits till the afternoon. She waits till the afternoon and poops. So we get home on the weekends. I started her out on the weekends with panties. So we do the panties on the weekend. I tried to do all day, but I'm very busy and I always on the go, and I recently learned to just relax and, get things in the household together. But she started going potty in panties over the weekend, and I noticed the poop issue would come back up, and I would literally see her go squat in the corner, not knowing what she's doing at that moment, and realize once I start smelling it, she's pooping in the corner. If you see your 2-year-old going off to the corner or they're quiet, normally they're pooping. And they won't say anything because they know they're supposed to poop in the potty. So I would literally run her to the bathroom. And she came up with this thing and said, "Mommy, I made hot dogs." So she calls her poop hot dogs, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, Aubrey made the hot dogs." But she started doing that, and now I literally have to send her. And then now I'm really starting to see, after she drinks milk, maybe 20 minutes after, just sit her on the potty and say, "Aubrey, go ahead and try to poop and make your hot dogs in the potty." And she'll sit there, and as long as I have the door open and the light on and she can see me, and I keep encouraging her while she's there, I just, "Aubrey, it's time to go potty." She actually poops in the potty. But today was one of our long days that she had her panties on, and because of me, I accidentally forgot to send her potty. She pooped on herself, but she did amazing staying dry all day. So yeah, that's our challenge for right now. But I will definitely keep you guys updated. So right now we're in panties, and we're hoping when she goes to school, she does great in panties. But thank you guys for listening. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button and tell us again what more you want to see from Ari and Aubrey.